Oh my god, hey! My name is Mickey Jo, I am obsessed with all things theatre, and today I am at the 2025 Laurence Olivier Awards here at the Royal Albert Hall, celebrating the best of the last year of London theatre, and I am taking you with me. Here we go. So here we are, passing by the front of the Royal Albert Hall, where the green carpet, sustainable, renewable, whatever it may be, it is a green carpet, not a red one. I can see Matt Hemley of The Stage chatting to someone over there. I can see PRs from different PR companies. We're not yet in the moment of full arrivals necessarily, but it's all happening here in any case. And we always do like to come around and take a look. It's very easy to see what's happening on the carpet this year. I'm sure I remember there being bigger barriers in years previous, but this is pretty exposed. It's Pam!
Love you.
We found Pam! So do you!
I'll see you. Are you going?
Yeah!
Yes. I'll see you in there.
See you in there. That's Pam, one of our photographer friends, and Danny, yay! Got some guests starting to arrive as well. I spy Chris Parkinson, I spy Georgie from The Devil Wears Prada, closely followed by more stylishly dressed PRs. I will say, everyone's going to be talking about what all of the performers, what the stars, what the nominees are wearing today, but a lot of PR representatives turning out fashionable looks, dare I say. There is an area back over that way where I think you have to arrive very early. You may even have to enter some sort of a ballot in advance. Here is, on the other side of the street, you can just rock up, but that area is more adjacent to the carpet. There's also an accessible part of that area as well. This is the carpet happening behind me. These are our friends. Hello, everybody. We're very excited, and we're going to go and take photos.
Yes.
Is now the time. So the way that this works, if you would like to attend the Olivier Awards, you can buy tickets to the top 2 levels. Certainly, it seems quite easy to get. I mean, you want to be there on the day when they go on sale, at the time that they go on sale. But it seems easy enough to get tickets to the Rousing Circle, which is the upper level of what is admittedly a very big auditorium at the Royal Albert Hall, and it's all in a big sort of a circle. And so the more central you are to the stage, the further you are away from it. So I think when you're getting those tickets, there's a bit of a trade-off in terms of like going slightly further around the side, but it's not like you're watching a show where you need to follow a narrative. You're seeing an awards show. So it depends whether you value more being central or proximity, or really just being in the room. I think the view for something like this matters a little bit less, but they do also sell some tickets to the boxes on the level down below. That's where we were last year, and we managed to get some again this year on the next level down. Which is a little bit more expensive, but it's I'd call it a semi-luxurious experience because you're in a little box. You've got standalone chairs rather than like terraced theatre seating, whatever you call it. I will show you a little bit more of that when we get in later. But for all of those tickets, for tickets that you have purchased, you enter around the back of the Royal Albert Hall on the side of the park. The people entering that way are the invited guests, nominees, representatives of shows, SALT members as well, I guess, many of whom we're seeing walking down to go and use that entrance. Everyone, of course, very snazzily dressed. I will give you the full fit check of our outfits momentarily when we go to our usual spot to take photos. My advice is if you want a lovely photo and you don't have access to the green carpet for entry, or perhaps even if you do, because that can get very crowded, certainly towards when the ceremony is going to start, when all the arrivals are happening simultaneously, then I think you should head over here to the back entrance, and you will see many other people also taking photos. So this is what the back entrance of the Royal Albert Hall looks like. Still very striking, still very stunning. We've just crossed the street over into the park. This is where everyone is taking photos. Wave to Lydia, yay! And where we will also be taking photos shortly. Yes, also a great place if you're meeting up with other people, or you just want to run into other theatre fans who you haven't met yet. This is a great place to come and do it. This is my favourite little social spot before the Oliviers begin. Also, and I know that I'm increasingly turning myself into a weather person here in these vlogs because I'm constantly talking about the weather, but it's a lovely day today. We've been in New York for a week and a half. Worth saying, we landed from New York last night at 10 p.m. We took the flight that basically takes the entire day, which was a smart decision because it makes it much easier to then just go to sleep when you land. We got home at about 1:30, which was not ideal, but it was fine. And then you just sleep through the night, and then you wake up the next day sort of already adjusted to the time zone. We decided not to try and land this morning because that would have been crazed. It's still a little bit bold for us to land and then go to the Olivier Awards the next day. My feet are feeling the 20,000 step count. You haven't seen any of those vlogs yet, but you will be seeing all of them over the next few weekends, so stay tuned. In the meantime, we have some Oliviers to go and watch, but first, we're going to take a lot of photos of ourselves. This is the stylish and handsome Aaron James, everybody. Yay, Aaron, what are you wearing? Where was your suit from?
Andrew Bills. So I don't know who it's by.
Okay, Aaron is wearing a suit. It is nice and summery. Got a brown shoe going on. Do you want to show us the waistcoat? I like the buttons very much. The buttons lovely. Oh, look at that! Floral moment. Very nice, with a nice floral tie as well. We made the brave decision to just go to a tapas bar with friends before we came here. No, that bit was fine. Ordering black squid ink risotto when we're both wearing white shirts.
Was a choice.
I didn't even think about it until it arrived when everyone was like,
I did,
oh.
But you seemed quite excited, so I wasn't
It was
gonna say
nice.
no.
I enjoyed it. It was lovely.
Really nice. And here is Mickey in his outfit. It's kind of like a grey blue.
It's duck egg blue.
It's a duck egg blue.
I have interesting shoulders on this shirt that no one will see, but it's like...
Oh, they are fun ones. I remember when you got this.
Yeah, the shirt is from Zara. The suit is from Moss Bros. I got it in the Christmas
sale, yeah.
I always do. I order it in 2 sizes and then I return the one that doesn't fit as well. I wore it to the What's on Stage Awards, but no one saw me because I was stuck in the press room. So I was like, I can wear this suit again because only Trevor Dion Nicholas, who was wearing the same suit, will remember it. And I don't think he's here. It is 5 p.m. now and we are heading in. The doors have been open since 4. There will be bag checks when we go through and they ask that everyone is seated in the auditorium by 5:30. If you enter back here via door 6, which I guess is the southmost exit of the circular Royal Albert Hall, and you see 2 large queues on either side, these are for the photo opportunities, where you can pose holding an Olivier Award against a little backdrop. If you don't want those, you can go right through the middle doors like those people are there. But I would encourage you to queue for the photo op. You get to hold an Olivier. From the foyer entrance, FYI, that queue, which seemed like it was moving slowly, only took us about 15 minutes, still leaving us plenty of time to go get drinks and then get seated. There are members of staff here who will help you by passing you the Olivier and taking a photo for you on your device, as modelled here by the lovely Aaron James.
And off he goes. He's getting it. Next moment to get his photo. And pose. And pose.
In previous years, I have pushed the boat out and bought a bottle of champagne because it's a day of celebration. Last year, we couldn't take the bottle in on an ice bucket, which we did 2 years ago, so we had to decant it all into pint cups, which was not like... It was still nice, but it was not quite the same. So I've just gone for a single glass of rosé, Moet and Chandon. And having now finished my glass of rosé champagne, we have taken our seats in the, I think this is called the second tier, the second circle. Second tier. The rousing circle, which is where the majority of the ticketed access is just up above us there. And this is our view of the stage. We've gone for a more central position this year. There are 4 seats in this particular box section. You have a dedicated member of staff who will come around and check on you and take orders and such. So it is quite fancy. There's a decent rake as well, so even if you're sitting in the second row as we are, we're going to have a fantastic view on our seats when we arrived, as there are on everyone's seats. Today is the Olivier Awards programme, which is a lovely, glossy, very large programme that I will show you in just a moment, but we can see everything happening here. This is, of course, also filmed for highlights on ITV, streamed internationally via YouTube. You can't watch via YouTube in the UK, but you can watch from the US live, which is a little puzzling, but it has to do with the distribution and ITV, who show the highlights, not live, but later on this evening. Of course, we're going to have the band in the background there. We're going to see speeches, presentations, hosting from Beverley Knight and Billy Porter. Beverley Knight, an Olivier Award winner herself. Billy Porter currently starring as the MC in Cabaret and soon to direct a play at Soho Theatre later this year, so becoming very ingrained in the London theatre community. And then down here in this central section and on the aisles especially, of, I'd call them the stalls, I'm not sure what they're called specifically here at the Royal Albert Hall. That is where you will find the nominees. They like to seat the nominees on the aisle to make it nice and easy for them to get on the stage. For the last few years, there has been step-free access to the stage. You can see the ramp there. That is something that we celebrate. That is very important, not only at award shows, but also really on all of the world's major stages. What are we doing if they are not accessible? This is the Olivier Awards, everybody, from the auditorium. This is what it looks like. This is the program I promised I would show you. It is quite large, and we have all of the different categories listed in order. We have some forewords from those involved. Of course, all of the many sponsors who helped to make this possible, including headline sponsor, MasterCard. The first sale of Olivier Awards tickets is exclusive to MasterCard, so worth getting one. Anthony Van Last is the show creative director. Do you know, I don't think I knew that. There you go, brilliant, acclaimed, multi-award winning choreographer Anthony Van Last, known for his work on Mamma Mia and many more. We have the Industry Recognition Awards here, a special award to Rufus Norris, who completes his tenure as artistic director at the National Theatre, and then we get into it with all of these different awards. And it's particularly exciting this year. There are so many great musicals, so many great plays, so many truly incredible performances. Lots to be excited for today, this evening at the Oliviers. Some of these categories far too close to call. Among them, Best Leading Actor in a Play, really hotly contested. Best New Play as well. Best Musical Revival, Costume Design, several of those categories that I really couldn't say which way they are going to go. It's about to start, everyone. The ceremony is starting in 1 minute. I'm excited, I'm nervous, I'm keeping track of the predictions.
Start in 1 minute because they're not all hit. Nobody sat down fully downstairs yet.
We'll see what happens. I'm tracking the predictions that Aaron and I made. We agreed on most categories, but we could be wrong together.
The ceremony will begin in 1 minute.
1 minute.
The years of the Theatre and Theatre.
And the winner is...
Okay, we're in the interval. You can sort of see, this is our little box space. We have top-ups of the rosé champagne. Aaron's been to get snacks from the bar. We have some Tony's chocolonelys and yummer cups. Yummer cups. Not shocking surprises so far. Some things falling a little differently to how I thought. People are passing around chocolates. Very kind. People gradually returning to their seats. These intervals are known for running long. They're doing their best to make sure it doesn't. Will it though? Will it though?
Piper Heidsieck Award for Best Musical Revival. Fiddler on the Roof at Regent's Park Open Theatre. Hello Dolly at London Palladium. Oliver at the Guildford Theatre. Starlight Express at Troubadour Roman Theatre.
And the Olivier Award goes to Fiddler on the Roof.
Best Actress in a Supporting Role in a Musical. Liv Andrusia. Amy DiBartolo. Beverley Klein for Regent's Park Open Theatre. Maimouna Mehmet.
And the winner is Maimouna.
And the Olivier goes to Leighton Williams.
And the Olivier goes to John Dagger.
Not a staunching.
MasterCard Best New Musical. The Curious Case of Benjamin MJ the Musical, Natasha, Pierre, and the Great House of 1812 at the Donald Warehouse. Why Am I So Silly? At the Garrett Theatre.
And the Olivier goes to the Curious.
And that was another very special night at the Olivier Awards, at the 2025 Olivier Awards. Everyone exits via the same exits, so if Elaine Page is standing behind me, you have to tell me, because I won't notice. Special night, no real sweeps, no huge surprises. I was not particularly accurate on my predictions as it happened, but just sort of like little bits here and there. Aaron James definitely won our predictions contest. He got a few more correct than I did. Great night for The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, getting Best New Musical with that winning, with Operation Mincemeat having won previously. It's been a real win recently for these plucky little British great new musicals that could, and credit to the producers for bringing the show to the West End, as well as to the writers for creating such a brilliant piece of theatre. Also a great night for Titanic. That was really special to see just unbridled enthusiasm from Ty and Constantine and Marla, getting to accept an Olivier on the main stage, as well as Leighton Williams giving a beautiful speech, some brilliant speeches. We might chat a little bit more about some highlights of the evening, but thrilled for them. Great night for Giant, great night for Oedipus. Giant, of course, heading into the West End on a transfer to the Harold Pinter Theatre. Oedipus heading stateside to Studio 54 on Broadway. Make sure you see it later this year if you are American-based. But yeah, congrats to everyone, and to everyone who worked very hard today to make this ceremony and the subsequent highlights broadcast happen. Heading home from the 2025 Olivier Awards, we're not going to attempt to go and break into the after party because we don't have stickers, and also because we did get back from New York at 10 p.m. last night and get home at 1:30. So
I feel like a tradition now is we get takeout
the McDonald's
and chill and chat.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go and get McDonald's, but in the interest of being able to change into pajamas and go to bed with that McDonald's, let's do our little post-show chat now. Okay. We were just talking about the Les Mis performance at the end. I hadn't realised they were actually getting a Olivier.
They hadn't announced it.
No,
they announced the performance.
Because you often get like an anniversary moment at the end. Other shows have done it before, but the way it was framed, it was slightly odd because it was a little like, we got it wrong 40 years ago and we take it back, which is, I believe it was Me and My Girl that they lost to, because Cameron referenced Me and My Girl in his pre-recorded speech because he's in New York right now. All of this to say, we thought it was a great performance with 5 of their brilliantly talented alumni, with Bradley singing Stars and with the quartet doing one of those I Dreamed a Dream on My Own mashups that they've done before at West End Live. We both independently said, wouldn't it have been great if they got like dozens, hundreds of alumni over the show's 4 decades of history in the West End on tour internationally to sing Do You Hear the People Sing, walking down the aisles, flooding the stage, all of the levels of the Royal Albert Hall. That would have been immense, and that would have been a standing ovation finish. We never had any one performance that was a multi-level standing ovation, really. No. It was a good show, though. I think if Billy or Bev or both were to return next year, I think they'd be even bigger and better. There were a lot of gags that just didn't really land in the room.
There were ones that I think will work really well in the highlight edits.
Sure.
Like, a lot of it felt very, this will land well when edited together.
If they edit in laughs, then maybe.
Well, true. Interesting choices of performances.
Interesting choices of performances. I mean, all good. Like I said, nothing that really elicited a multi-level standing ovation. And I don't know that we really got a sense of like, these have been the numbers of the year, other than I'm glad they did Maymuna's number from Natasha Pierre.
So happy, but then I know they did what I say they always do, is try and show everyone, But then at the same time, they showed everyone, and I was like, it ends weird because it's not like just a full song, so it's a solo performance.
It wasn't the world's most effective medley, but I'm glad that they chose
Yeah.
to do both. And that's a challenging score to try and
Oh,
turn
yeah,
into a
massively.
cohesive medley. Same with Next to Normal previously. But otherwise, it was a lot of just like rousing company numbers that would look great, that would move around a lot,
Yeah.
but weren't necessarily the best songs from
Yeah,
each show.
There's some shows where it's like, we've seen the song a lot. Like, I kind of wish we'd seen one of the songs that... I like when they showcase a song that is why they got the Olivier nomination.
I think Starlight landed a big win, and Oliver perhaps even for curbing expectation and doing solos, doing duets, doing ballads, doing slower numbers when that's not necessarily what people associate. But then they've had, as you pointed out, the luxury of already having been on the Royal Variety performance at the Royal Albert Hall a couple months ago, so the British viewing public watching on TV have seen that already. Did you have favourite presenters? Because I did.
I mean, Elaine is an icon.
Oh, Elaine Page,
Elaine
icon.
is an icon.
Yeah.
Jacqueline Wilson is an icon.
That was lovely to hear,
Her
like...
books were my childhood.
Yeah, and I'm sure that charmed her as well, because like when you're coming from a different industry, entering on stage to this auditorium of like the theatre industry, and you're not sure how you're going to be
But do you know
received.
what? I watched at least 3, 4 adaptations of her work on stage.
Sure.
And that was as a child.
Sure, so yeah, she's
Like-
become a theatrical force.
I've seen a lot of her shows because Vicky Graham adapted tons. Who are your faves?
Jane Krakowski and Jessie Tyler
That's
Ferguson.
literally what I was just about to say. That was like
They
that
landed a
reminded
gag
me-
that actually worked.
That reminded me of
multiple
Tony's
times.
presenting.
Yeah,
That felt like Tony's presenting.
and
where
they've
it's
both
so
they've
very-
both been there before.
Yeah.
They're both big awards show winners. They come from the TV world. They've been to the Emmys. They've been to the Tonys. That was really great. And yeah, lots of beautiful speeches, lots of witty speeches, and lots that were offered a little more than just, I mean, almost all of them probably ran over time, but offered a little more than just like thank you to this and to my agent and to that, all of which is necessary, but lots of like charming anecdotes alongside. But yeah, some really beautiful, touching moments, some great outfits. Good vibes, really. Good vibes all around, and lots of, it's worth saying as well, pointed and passionate social comments. More than at the Oscars.
Oh yeah.
I think there were considerably more
Oh gosh. Yeah.
tonight. Conversations about arts funding, conversations about global unrest, and weirdly a lot about American-UK relations, which I know is topical recently, but it's just sort of only one among lots of things happening at the moment. Which award win made you the happiest?
Titanic, because
It wasn't
when we-
guaranteed.
And when we had our discussion, you were like very fair and correct in how you were like, even Titanic coming here, because in terms of would it be embraced, and like
It's this
Titanic-
cult downtown off-Broadway
it hasn't gone
campy
to
comedy.
Broadway. It hasn't gone to Broadway. It hasn't gone for the Tonys.
It has reasonably
The Oliviers-
humble origins.
The Oliviers sometimes feel more.
Prestigious.
Yeah. And so to hear the noise when Titanic was announced in that list.
Yeah, and it's nice to sort of, because you could make comments about like Benjamin Button having an advantage as a homegrown British musical, but then something like Titanic is the opposite of that. It's sailed here from foreign shores. This is where they're having the after party. I feel comfortable telling you that because it's not like you can go
they
and
won't
get
be
into
there
it
now.
now. It's already happened. If they're still partying there when you're watching this vlog, then they've been going for a really long time. We're not even going to attempt to see if we can get in. We're going to go home and get McDonald's, which is a proud Olivier's tradition of ours. Thank you for joining us vicariously at the 2025 Olivier Awards. It has been another very special evening and a very special year for London's theatre. We will be chatting about it again in a year's time when it all rolls around again. In the meantime, stay tuned for all of the reviews of the shows that will get nominated next year, and very soon we're going to be talking about the Tony Awards with nominations announced later this month. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and we both hope that everyone is staying safe and that you have a stagey day. Bye bye. For 10 more seconds, I'm MickeyJoTheatre. Oh my god, hey. Thanks for watching, have a stagey day. Subscribe!